of the stands. Let's have a look at the starting lineups, and Vietnam make 4 changes to the side that won their first match against Laos, with Quay Nok Hai, Win Tuan An, Vu Van Tan and Win Quang Hai coming into the side today. And that's how they will set up. They love playing 3 at the back. Those wing backs will push right up the pitch. Win Quang Hai is the star attraction, of course, the MVP from the 2018 edition, playing on the right side of attack behind Kong Phuong. On the bench today from that first match, Bui Tien Dung, Luang Xuan Trong, who was pulling all the strings, Ho Tan Tai, and Le released Ahmad Muhammad Ali, the referee. And now looking at Malaysia, well, they had a good performance in their last game, didn't they, against Laos? And so Tan Cheng Ho says no changes. And you'll probably see why in just a short while. But this is how they will line up. They all impressed, didn't they? It was a very good game for them, with Badrul at the base of that midfield. Aiman and Safawi and Lukman, a very young side in this lineup. But Ajmal stepped in for Junior Elstal, who is injured at the moment and not available. They only have 7 players on the bench. Remember, 4 had COVID. 2 are out of isolation. 2 are still in there. Dion Cools does not arrive till next week. And so they are down to bare bones. Laos, Vietnam, massive disparity between the 2 teams, opposition.
Big difference. Massive difference between those 2 teams, as you quite rightly mentioned. But a nice structure, a nice formula, a nice system in play. Why not stick with it and see how it goes? I mean, you look at the attacking talent that they have in that front 3, especially the likes of Arif Aiman, Lukman Hakim and Safawi Rashid. Safawi especially is on fire after a season in the Malaysia Super League with Johor, where he was kind of just blowing hot and cold really with JDT, and wasn't coming into this perhaps in the best sort of form. But look, suddenly he's livened up in this competition. And let's see what he can do against this really strong Vietnam starting 11.
Certainly the big miss for Malaysia, Akia, was, which Malaysia won 3-1, scored a goal, got an assist, but was really penetrative and caused all kinds of problems.
Yeah, but what about Arif in the side the last time out as well? He was just incredible down the side of the pitch, the left-hand side for Malaysia, the way he was able to directly run at defenders.
Tricky ball, it's a loose one, and Kong Phuong, well, was he blasting for the heavens?
On here, they've worked this one out really well to the number 17, Vu Van Tan, down this side. Look, Ideal's got to be doing better in that situation, a player of his experience, and he's apologizing to his teammates after that. It's just tricky for him the way it's sort of just...
Hong Kong Dui. This is Tuan An. He's given the ball away to Badrul Bakhtiar. This is all they can do, clear it, and then it comes right back at them. Slipped in to Huang Duc. The shot from Quang Hai! And Vietnam take the lead! They've been knocking on the door, and it finally opens.
Yeah, it's deserved. They've got Wild in the stands here. Just have a look at the build-up down this left-hand side. Wonderful work by Tuan An. A deep run, a late run from midfield, getting in behind that Malaysian back line. And then the cutback. I mean, this is just wonderful composure and quality and intelligence to play it into an area. He knows that defense has dropped off. That defense is dropping off to protect their goal. Cuts it back into that space. That midfield doesn't track back and close down. And Quang Hai, as I said, he's got that license to pop up in all these little areas where... What was that I was saying about them getting joy on both sides of the pitch? On the left-hand side there, that's where they found the breakthrough against Malaysia.
Bit of a loose ball here. Lukman with a chance. Oh, and that was poor from Huang Duc. Almost gave an opening to Malaysia's forward there. Out of the blue.
Park Hang-seo is off the bench as well, telling everyone to calm down, just settle down, don't get overexcited, keep your composure. Look, it's a mistake from Hwang Duk, and Lukman, I think he's lacking that little bit of sharpness, because a striker who's sharp, a striker who's been playing regularly.
Singapore went 4 at the back in their first game against Myanmar, and then 3 at the back. More on that in a short while. Waiting to pull the trigger here, Kong Pong! And he makes it too! It's been a good 5 minutes for Vietnam. And Malaysia in real trouble now.
They're enjoying themselves, both the fans off the pitch and the players on it. And they deserve it. They deserve this. Again, look, I mean, Quang Hai just pops into that central area. They're overloading Malaysia in those positions, and they can't get a handle on his positioning and how he's just popping up into these spaces. But this is just absolutely brilliant from Kong Feng. That composure here, look. Sends Dominic Tan away and opens up for him, and on his left foot there is able to put it in off the post. And
when they play in the World Cup qualifiers.
That's right.
Now inflicting the same sort of thing on their ASEAN opposition. Here come Malaysia though. Here is Bukhairi, Ajmal, trying to play a ball to the box. Oh, there's too much on that for Shafiq. Well, each time they've scored, Malaysia have just been presented a little opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great point that you bring up. They've looked a little bit vulnerable in those situations every time they've scored a goal, which is twice now. They've given Malaysia a chance to try and pull one back.
Inside the Vietnamese half, concerted possession for them. Shami! Shafiq Ahmad there, right in front of the goalkeeper. And Win Man stayed large.
Much better from Malaysia here. First real proper spell of possession that they've had, I think, in this first half, and they create a good opportunity. Badrul just from a deeper lying position. Wonderful weight on that pass, right into the run of Shafiq.
So up front is the much maligned Kiamado Paula, who was substituted in the first game and didn't react very well to it. Threw his bottle at the bench. He's getting a lot of criticism from the fans. In the qualification rounds, earlier qualification rounds of the World Cup matches. 1.83 meters tall, Tien Lin. Oh, that is hard to keep it down, isn't it? For Quang Hai. He hurt himself in the process.
Was there a late challenge from Shahrul there, perhaps after he had taken the shot? I mean, the header that comes back in is excellent. He was bobbling around in the box there. Eventually comes out to Quang Hai. Just the follow through, right? I think as Shahrul comes out into him to try and block that shot, Quang Hai just kind of falls into him, really. You can hold the opposition at arm's length, which is what Vietnam are doing here, and could even be more than that as they get forward again once more.
Hong Hong Dui. Hwang Duk.
They have a shot at goal.
There is Van Tan trying to put pressure down. Kugleshwar Raj. And that sails over. That would have been slightly fortuitous from Dui Man.
Yeah, but it's a good example of Vietnam that's sensing a moment, anticipating a situation where they had pushed players forward.
To Arif. Nice little run on the outside here. Shami Safari couldn't really get the kind of cross he would have wanted.
Well, Tan Chong is in a little bit of trouble here. He's signaled to the bench that he wants to come off. Tan Chong, the number 16. Don't know if he'll be able to see it here, but he just turns away and he signals to the bench that he wants to come off. Just target, and puts plenty of power behind it as well. Such a clean striker of the ball, Win Quang Hai.
The other player that's just come on, Win Van Tuan. Here he is now making an impact almost immediately. And that pace that he's got. Win Van Tuan, 25 years of age, almost 40 caps to his name. I think that just sums it up, really.
Whistle already gone, but Wu Van Tan decides he's going to have a shot at goal. Why not? Freebie.
I just feel in this introduction of a couple of fresh pair of legs here, Roshan, they've just upped the ante a little bit again.
Yeah, I mean, that pace, that injection of pace. And we spoke about games coming thick and fast for Vietnam. The whistle has gone there for a...
That would have made the headlines tomorrow for sure.
I've caused an international incident.
Here's the new man in. Van Tuan. Well, was taking the time here to take the shots. Tien Lin. It is not looking good. There are two Malaysian players down at the moment.
That's a good flick on. Again, it's just that pace of Van Tuan. And he's come on, he's been a big threat. It's his first touch from Tien Lin, which makes it difficult for him to have a shot at goal. That first touch there. And then it's behind him, so he's got to sort of readjust it again and try and get the ball in front of him, which allows...
Well, more problems for Malaysia. They're compounding here, but they do have, thankfully for them, a week to sort things out, hopefully. Here's Guilherme da Paula, who's gone for a snapshot.
Just breaks in midfield here. Safawi's got a little bit of space to try and play it in for da Paula. Able to just hang on to the ball under pressure.
Tight angle, Arif. He does get the shot away, but he's always against him.
First time we've really seen him involved, Arif. I haven't mentioned his name too much in this match, but nice little run from left to right, off the flank. And what was impressive there defensively, Ho Tan Tai had tracked that run all the way across, maintained his discipline, didn't pass him on.
Safawi having a go. Hwang Duk. All of a sudden, Van Tuan. And Tien Lin just a little too far away.
Just causing problems for themselves here, Malaysia, defensively. Well, Rizal was trying to retain possession by giving it back to Dominic Tan. That first touch, though, it's got to be tighter. It's going to be onto you in a flash, and since Van Tuan was right there. It's good defending from Shami. Come across against Laos is very comfortable.
Cutting inside, Van Tan. Tuanan. It's gone for goal. Just wide.
They're just toying with them right now.
Yeah.
Vietnam, you just have a look at the triangles and the one-touch football, and pass and move, and the space opens up again. He's moving, give and goes, and the space just opens up for Tuanan to have a shot at goal. Enjoying themselves. You talk about, you mentioned comfortable wins. This was really comfortable for Vietnam. I don't think Malaysia...
Nothing out and out, but you would think they need to... They should be scoring that, right?
Yeah, I mean, I probably think back to that attempt from Lukman, off that Hwang Duk attempt to head it back to his goalkeeper.
Might be another chance here, and it is indeed. That is the final nail. Hwang Duk completes the win here for Vietnam late on.
How cool was that? How composed was that from Hwang Duk? I mean, this is about as comfortable as it gets. for Vietnam. Stroll in the park this second half. They worked incredibly hard in the first to give themselves that platform to then sit back in the second and be patient, work these little openings and these opportunities. But this is just brilliant from Hong Duk. I mean, he doesn't really have to put any power behind that. He doesn't have to smash it. He knows exactly where the goalkeeper is. He sees that space in his mind. Standing. And fully deserved this win.
There's a time for one more, perhaps, for Vietnam. Van Tuan wanted the ball earlier. Oh, it's just run away. Tien Lin won't get that one.
And it would have been brutal for Malaysia there. Again, the quality of that delivery is actually really good. Just didn't have anyone sort of with the pace to accelerate on towards the end of it.
Well, you have to go back almost exactly against Indonesia on the 15th of December. But we leave you here at Bishan Stadium with the Vietnamese fans in raptures as Vietnam beat Malaysia by 3-0.